Hi everyone, welcome back. And just to complete the configuration and installation work, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to install the Power BI, which is the last component I need to be included in this exercise. Because we're gonna build once we build the model, once we have the ETL in place, and once we get the data into our target layers, we're gonna obviously report it back to the business, and our final presentation layer going to consist of two software component or tools. One is SQL Server reporting services, which we have configured and installed in the previous video, and the other one is going to be Power BI. Power BI is an analytical tool that provides the analytical and dashboard capabilities to the end user to view and interact with the data in the aggregation format, right? Because obviously most of the business user or the decision maker, they are not interested into the detailed information. They just need the facts that they can use to make the decision. And to present these facts, obviously we cannot give them the queries that they can run from their machine. So we build these dashboards, and dashboard actually show them the stories that they need for their decision making, right? So let's install the Power BI. And by the way, you can go to Power BI website, search in the Bing or Google, whichever search engine you want to use. It will bring you directly to the Microsoft Power BI site, and all you need to do, just go to the product, because I'm using the free version. So I'm going to download the Power BI desktop, and that's something which is really great with all the cloud providers, including Microsoft, Google, and the AWS. They provide you a lot of services as free, so you can learn things and you can play with them by your own, get the expertise, and then implement it into your job or into your role, right? So we're gonna build everything using this free tool. It has all the capabilities available. The only thing which is not available is obviously the capabilities of publishing it for the end user. Like I mentioned, at the moment, whatever tool I'm using in the only in the education area. So once I need to use it in the production environment, obviously my servers and my tools are different, which I normally use in the business environment, right? This one is only for the educational stuff, so I am comfortable with the all the licensing, or because I'm not earning any money by utilizing or selling the solution using these tools. So once I build something that I want to sell it, I obviously need to contact with Microsoft, find out the right license terms and agreement and terms and condition, and then according to that I can sell it to the customer, right? So pretty straightforward and smooth a track to transition from non-prod to prod, or from non-business usage to business usage, right? So let's start by downloading the desktop version, because most of the work we're gonna do in building the dashboard is through the Power BI dashboard. And then what I'll do, I'll just get the free trial, and I'll show you how we can publish the work using obviously using the web interface. But that obviously required the subscription, which most of the organization got as part of their license agreement with Microsoft. So don't worry about that. One thing, all the dev you're gonna do is gonna do through the Power BI dashboard, and then once you publish it, it's available for your organization users. We have the language option. Let's see, instead of hit download free, let me hit this see download and language option. What options we have available? So we can see the Power BI is available in English, Vietnamese, many other languages which we have this is good. Like Microsoft has invested a lot in the other languages, so it looks like the tool is gaining a lot of popularity, right? But I'm good with the English, so I'm gonna download the English version, and I'm going to go with the 64-bit. I would prefer 64-bit. Make sure because I'm installing it on a 64-bit server, Windows 22 server. So I will go with 64. But if you want to try 32-bit, which is obviously slowly obsoleting in most of the cases, so you can still have the 32-bit version available. So let's hit download. Hopefully it won't take much time. I'm just going to pause the video, come back once the download has finished. All right, we have downloaded the Power BI Desktop Edition on our machine. So let's go to the download folder, and now I can see the beautiful Power BI icon. So let me see if I can close some apps to reduce the stress on the server. Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need it as well. Services we have already seen in the previous video. Yeah, it's always better to reduce the or close the unnecessary apps that you are not using. Let me close it, right? It's just gonna improve the performance. I can run it as an administrator, but because I've already logged on as a local admin, so I don't need to worry about running as an admin because by default it's going to run under the admin credential. So let me just click open. And by the way, Power BI is generally a heavy tool because it's a dashboard designing tool. So it's gonna take resources, especially in terms of memory and CPU. It's gonna take some resource. So make sure you have reasonable resources on your machine to work with the Power BI. So yeah, I'm going to use English as a default language just to show you. You can see the usage of the CPU is spiking. Let me next. I'm going to I'm accepting the license agreement. I'm going to install on the location. If you want, you can change the location. Click next to begin the install. Yeah, create a desktop shortcut. I'm happy with that. And I'll give it a couple of seconds. Oh, it's validating. And let's see. Hopefully it won't take much time. Copying new file. Yeah. So far so good. Can't see any errors. So let me just pause and come back once the installation has finished. All right, so the Power BI has been installed successfully. We can see that as soon as we hit finish, it's gonna launch the Power BI desktop application. So let's hit close and let's wait for it to be open. Now you can see the CPU is continuously spiking and there are spikes in here. And that's what I mentioned. Once you work with Power BI, make sure you have good resources on your machine. I will see if it works in a reasonable way. I don't need to do anything. Otherwise, I'll just increase the resources on my virtual machine for the upcoming videos. And that's why I just kept the task manager open just to show you that the situation of my CPU cores and how they are spiking. Let me see if I can just change graph to logical processor. Yeah, so it's spiking on all cores. All right, so you can see the Power BI has been loaded and we can see the famous familiar interface of our dashboard, which is really good to see because we can have a capability to build the the Power BI. The interface has been changed in terms of color. Previously it was evaluation. Now we have the green interface. Color combination has changed. We have the get data option. We can resend resources, open other reports, blah blah blah. We're gonna see all these in upcoming video, but at this stage you can see you can start building your dashboard by importing data from Excel, SQL Server, or even create the data within your Power BI, which is another great feature. Like if you want to build something, and I won't recommend, especially from the enterprise practice perspective, never ever create any data, because it's going to be local with your Power BI, and it's going to create the silo data sets, which is obviously hidden from the rest of the organization radar, and which is not a very good practice, because the new people move from one department to other department, one organization to another. They left behind these sort of uh, a disconnected data set, which is really hard to find, and it wastes a lot of time. So always try to keep the data in the repos, which is accessible by the other teams as well. So once you move on, at least they know, they can trace the data set easily, right? So obviously we're gonna build the reports based on the Excel and the SQL Server. We have already installed the SQL Server, so our environment is fully ready now to build the enterprise solution, which is going to include the ETL. It's going to include the all the enterprise data model that includes the bronze, silver, and gold layer in terms of SQL Server. But obviously we're gonna bring the flavor of the data lake as well, just to show you how we can interact from both the structured and non-structured data. And at the end, last but not the least, we're gonna show the data to the rest of the organization through the dashboarding and SQL Server reporting services. So the installation and the configuration has been completed. At this stage, please feel free to reach out if you have any question. Happy to answer. Put your comments, and hopefully you like the video. And stay tuned. We have still one component. I just remember I need to do one more in configuration, which is the analysis services. Analysis services allow us to build cubes, which is another great feature of the SQL Server. And cubes actually provide us the analytical capabilities, and it help us to create the cubes that's going to consume by the dashboard, and they will provide more capabilities from the analytical perspective to the user, right? So that has still been pending, but I think at this stage we are good, because I don't want to stress this server with the analysis services. We'll leave it, and we'll see how we can do it in the later. Maybe I need to spin up a new server for that, and we'll do it over there. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.